What inspired you to attend an HBCU for higher learning?
Well, first of all, I've always been motivated by HBCU schools. Historical Black colleges and universities was very pivotal in my life and growing up, and the role models that came out of there from my principals, teachers, and all of the great athletes, football team, band, excitement. Why not?
How was attending an HBCU helped shape your outlook throughout your life and your career?
Well, some of the best people I met at Mississippi Valley State University was one of the best encounterment in terms of people interaction and commitment and seriously concern about the love fest of ethnicity of all people. That's where I got my exposure in terms of the civil rights movement that enhanced me to a large degree.
At an HBCU?
At an HBCU.
Did attending an HBCU inspire your involvement in civil rights?
It did. It didn't start it, but it enhanced it because there was many radical people there. Matter of fact, I always wore blue jeans and army fatigue as well as boots when I go to school because I was into the civil rights movement, and I had many heroes at that time.
Tell us the story behind your contributions to our ongoing civil rights movement.
Well, first of all, I'm President and CEO of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, and that in its own right bestowed one of my honorary doctorate degrees that Mississippi Valley bestowed upon me many years ago. And because of that experience and my connection with the element of people saying, because of what you are doing, we here at Mississippi Valley and throughout other HBCUs, knowing that the value should continue and what you are doing in terms of the international affairs aspect of civil rights and the globalization of bringing folks together and letting them know that it's something that we must always continue. Like going to Berlin and discovering that it was Mikhail Gorbachev who was motivated by Dr. King, because Dr. King said no man-built wall can separate God from his children. It's going to take peace, harmonious working relationship, and love to bring about the success of the planet called Earth.
So you think your contribution is keeping SCLC alive and keeping the civil rights movement alive?
Absolutely. That's what I got from HBCU. And that's the encouragement when I speak at HBCUs and go back and to refurbish myself and reflect upon where I was. I try to convey that same spirit to those young students.
What do you believe your living legacy will be?
My living legacy hopefully will be, first of all, that I'm God-fearing. Secondly, that I have a lovely wife and I took care of my wife. She took care of me. It's in a partnership, a union that God put together, and my two lovely daughters and my grandson and all of my grands, along with my siblings and my entire family. Let me just say this. Many people don't understand the family. When you got blood, you related. But when you're loyal to the relationship, that's family.
So your living legacy is your family, not necessarily your work.
Absolutely. It's the family that you create and the family that you're born into simultaneously.
Why is it important for us to support our HBCUs, especially by sending our children?
Well, first of all, you can't run nothing without money. In supporting the HBCUs and particularly the experience that you get from attending an HBCU, those type of successes cannot come about without finances.
Finally, why is it important for us to have organizations like the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame?
To reflect upon and to impact the historicity, the importance of institutions like HBCUs, and to bring about the next generation of recruitment as they are born. We must show the impactfulness and the successfulness that these institutions have produced through their students and through those experiences. But at the same time, you got to fight, because there's a conspiracy to eliminate HBCUs, saying we have fulfilled the obligation of what we were created to do and we don't need them anymore. We cannot let that happen. We must forever fight to bring about the resources and the intellectual aspect, exemplifying our support and going all over the world, and particularly to Washington, D.C., and say we must not go back and try to think that we have outlived the usefulness of HBCUs. HBCUs will always be needed in today's society.